today me and Dad are doing a product test of our new fish finder. We're gonna tell you guys what we learn as we learn it, because today is the first time of us ever fishing with it. It's the Lowrance Elite 9 Ti. So we're gonna fish with it. We are going to tell you what we learn and just share our knowledge with you. So let's go. So we know that there's some fish on these trees that a guy put out by his dock, and we are pretty much just watching this as we troll and trying to find the trees by the dock. And they're right off this guy's dock, so he probably threw them in there to fish. So right here on the down scan, this one, you see right here, that is a tree, and right here you see on the sonar that these are all fish just stacked on this tree. A disclaimer, this is not a paid video by Lowrance. Here's another tree, and it's got loads of fish on it. And you can see some trees on the side scan over here. And this tree right here, you can see that it's got a lot of stuff on it. And then there's this little bump on the rocks right here. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of fish on there. Here's a tree with a lot of fish. So pretty much what we're looking for is just something in the water like this that has a lot of stuff, a lot of just curls and color on top of it, because those curls and color are fish. See, like right here you have this, just little rocks, and then you have these curls over it, and that is either bass, crappie, or baitfish. And that is a perfect example of just fish stacking up on it. We're seeing a lot of bait fish on the sonar, so we're going to drop some craws and some jigs and some worms down onto the bottom, because that's where they mostly are, and we're gonna see if we can't catch some. See, this is all the bait fish right here, and this, the video of the spoonbills, this is where you would usually find them. And you see how they got that little touch of green in them? That little touch of green, that shows the girth. So that is most likely 2 spoonbills. Just something to look for. So yeah, this is all the bait fish. So we're gonna drop some worms down in there, see if we can't catch a bass. So pretty much what we're doing is we're just getting these soft plastics and we're just dropping them down to the bottom. Oh yeah, and guys, if you were wondering, we are on Grand Lake of the Cherokees in Grove, Oklahoma. So, a product test inside of a product test. Little thing on P-line. So I just barely even casted, got buzzed up like this. So if you're ever thinking about buying P-line, fluorocarbon, or monofilament line, think again and just don't do it. It's terrible. So we didn't catch any fish at that spot. So now we're going to another spot that we know catches fish, and we haven't ever had side scan there, so we're going to troll on the close to the banks to where our side scan can see what's there, if there's any structure or if the bass are just suspended there waiting on shad to come in. So we're going there and we're gonna watch the sonar and the side scan. So we're still driving, and still there's so much bait fish right here. And we tried to fish there, and we tried to fish all this stuff, and we just couldn't catch any fish. So I'm thinking that this is just bait fish, like little shad and stuff like that, feeding up on plankton. All right, we got our GPS on, and we have a waypoint right here where the house is, but we're seeing just a little bit of structure over here with fish on it, and then there's nothing on the side scan. But we've got this split screen with 4 screens. Should I show them how to make this? And I'm gonna show you how to make a split screen like this. So automatically your unit comes with these 4. It's chart with sonar, chart with structure scan with sonar, and then down scan, side scan, and sonar. This is the one that we were using a minute ago. So if you want to make a new one, you scroll all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I'm not very good at this. And then where this says plus, you click on that, and then whichever ones you want, like say you want to have chart, sonar, steering, and structure scan. So you would put chart, sonar, steer, and structure. And if you wanted structure in there twice so you can see down scan and side scan, you just drag it down there twice. But you will have to replace one of these because there's only 4 is the max that you can have. So then to save it, you just click save. And I already have one exactly like this, so I'm not gonna save this, but to save it, you just wanna click save, and then you have a new screen. So I'm gonna discard this. And with the chart, the steer, the sonar, and the structure, it looks like this. Now, with this is just the side scan. To change that, you can just go click on this right here, go to view, and change it to down scan, and it'll change itself to down scan. But I like to keep it on left and right, and you can put it on left only and right only. And then you can change your colors here on palette. You can change it to whichever color you like. I personally like this lime green. And then for this, your sonar, you can change your color line however you like. We keep it at 75% because it shows the yellow up here, which is hard surfaces, and then it has, it's just the default, so it is what they prefer you use, or they recommend you use, my bad. And then you can change your sensitivity. We keep it on auto because frankly it's easier and you don't have to mess with it a whole lot. But if you like it to see more stuff, you just drag it up and it'll see more stuff. Personally, I don't like that. You can drag it down to where it won't see as much stuff, but we like to keep it on auto. It's just the easiest way because you don't have to mess with it a whole lot. And then for your steering, pretty much this one's simple. You don't have to do much. All you do is you just it tells you, I'm not sure if this is how fast we're going. So obviously I wasn't looking because there's miles per hour right there on the top right. So yes, it does tell you your miles per hour. But it tells you your coordinates and it tells you which way you're going. So right now we're going slightly, well, we're going north.
We're headed northeast.
We're just going slightly northeast. So if we were to turn it more this way, you can see that it goes more to north. So, and then for your GPS, you can do waypoints wherever you like. I'll show you how to do waypoints here in a second because we're gonna place a waypoint over here, and you can zoom out as much as you want to where you can see the whole lake, and you can zoom in to where you can see each individual line. And it tells you on your GPS how deep in certain spots it is, and it shows you a river channel. So that's pretty nice. And then this arrow right here, that's you. So if you do that and you go somewhere else and you can't find yourself, just hit clear cursor and it'll take you straight back to you. And also one thing, when we first were playing with it, we couldn't figure out how to get this sidebar to go away. It's just the settings menu. And all you really have to do is just get it right up here at the very top and just slide it, and it goes away. There's a pipe that we're about to go over. We aren't really sure what it's to, but it goes right on the bottom. So we're gonna look right here on our down scan and our side scan to see if it picks it up. It should be a pretty clear image of what the pipe looks like. So any second now we should be seeing it. Right there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the pipe. And there it is on the down scan. Sorry if you couldn't hear me there for a second. That was a really loud truck. But there it is on the down scan. So now we're at one of our favorite spots, one of our most consistent spots. And we are watching our side scan to see what is under the water. Right here you can see trees. Just
pick these trees up right about now.
They're right there. Just, you can barely see them. There's some trees. You can see them on the down scan too. And right here on the sonar, you can see that that's a pretty big something. You can see it here too. And then there's a bridge right here. And you can see it get wider and then go in like this. Yeah, and there's a little creek channel right here where it's dug out. And these are just rocks sticking up from the bottom.
And there's no fish.
No fish. And that just kind of made me look like an idiot because I said that this is one of our most consistent spots. But usually the wind is coming from the other way. So the bank on the other side of the bridge is probably a little bit better today.
Alright, so that concludes our product test of the Lowrance 9 Ti. It's a really sweet unit. I think it's really the first good fish finder that we've had on our bass boat. So we've used
it's the HDS 5 something like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the down scan and structure scan and charting and GPS and all of the things that you get from you know, a nicer unit. And the 9 Ti, you pretty much get all of the functionality and all of the features of the, you know, $2,000 and $3,000 units in a slightly smaller screen. You know, you lose 3 inches of screen, but it's also a third to a half the price. So great unit. I love the touch screen, and I love the charting. We fished for a few hours this morning. We live on a really large lake, so I think the charting is going to come in really handy, being able to follow the channels and things like that. So one other recommendation, if you've never installed a fish finder on your own boat, I would highly recommend spending the money. Cost me $60 for the ram mount, and then $140 to have it installed, and that was, you know, a professional installation. So
and you don't have to have the ram mount. If you want to just put it on the bracket that it comes with, or flush mount it even, that's good.
Right. I just wanted the ram mount so we had flexibility to turn it different ways. So good unit. I give it a thumbs up, and highly recommend it if you're looking for a new fish finder.
And I love it too. Like, just like he was saying, it's so good for the money. And the other one, it had some features. It did have depth, but you couldn't really tell a whole lot about it because it just showed little blips everywhere, and you couldn't really tell much about what was going on. So this one, you can really tell a lot of detail about where the fish are, how big the fish is, and I like that it has GPS, and it tells you, because it comes with the special transducer to tell you how fast you're going, and
shows you everything about your boat. Fuel consumption, miles per hour, your heading. I mean, it's pretty much got everything that you need.
And it comes with the transducer capability, so that if you have one of the smart trolling motors that's remote controlled, you can connect it with the fish finder and set it to go to your waypoints. So that was, I mean, it didn't work for us because we don't have a smart trolling motor, but if you did, it would be really convenient. So I give it 5 stars. So thank you for watching. He's left, so thank you for watching. See you in the next one.